Today, I'm going to be going over the top 3 e-commerce stocks that I see the most value in for 2021. As we all know, e-com is a rapid expanding industry and it's expected to do so for the next 5 to 10 years. Now, I just added these 3 to my portfolio today, and I've done countless hours of research before doing that, as well as putting this presentation together. So if you guys could leave a like on this video, it'd be greatly appreciated, but only if I earned it. Now, I might be a bit biased with e-commerce because if you guys are new here, my name's Alex and I actually do e-com for a living. It's my main source of income, but the 3 sectors that I see the most value in and the most potential for 2021 and really the years after are e-commerce, EV, electric vehicles, and the cannabis industry. Now, the other 2 I'll go over in a future video, but let's talk about e-commerce today. Now, before we jump into this, I do just want to say that you guys should go out and do your own research on these stocks, do your own analysis. Never actually invest because some guy on YouTube told you to do so or threw money in a certain stock. You always want to do your own analysis. Now, let's not waste any time and let's jump straight into it. All right, you guys ready? Okay, so the first stock that I have on here is Shopify, ticker symbol SHOP. So you guys are probably pretty familiar with this if you follow any of my e-commerce videos or do e-commerce yourself or drop shipping or anything. And it's good to invest in companies you're familiar with. So I'm going to be going over the key features with each company, explaining why I see value in the company, the overall outlook, and then I also have the 6-month chart displayed in each slide so you guys can see the overall outlook on each of these stocks. So the products and services offered by Shopify are the overall software, which is the e-commerce platform that you're paying monthly fees to use. And there's different packages offered with each, so that brings in a ton of revenue. And then they have the point of sale, which is just the actual product for if you're selling inventory in person in your brick and mortar store. Kind of like the little swipe thing that Square offers to get credit card transactions. And then they have Shop Payments, which is the actual payment provider offered by Shopify, and then some of their overall apps that they offer, like Shop Email, where they can collect additional revenue. Their competition is eBay, another e-commerce platform, Amazon, you guys are probably all familiar with Amazon, and then Adobe and Microsoft each offer their own e-commerce platforms now right here. They're not as known as Shopify, but it is competition. And then you have Facebook with Facebook and Instagram shops. Now, I know they actually integrate in Shopify, but a lot of people just sell on these shops alone. The overall outlook for Shopify is many businesses are starting to move online due to COVID-19. That's very obvious. As we know, e-commerce is already expanding rapidly, but it's continuing to do so and move forward due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As I mentioned a ton of times already, e-commerce industry is rapidly expanding. So here's the facts. It's actually expected to reach $4.5 trillion in sales this year in 2021. And social media is an ever expanding marketing tool. So at first, social media was just a way to connect with your friends, but now with all of the ad revenue coming in and all of the different products offered by these social media tools, it's becoming a marketing tool. So as you guys know, Facebook before, a few years back, you might have just gone on there, check in with your friends, but now you're logging on Facebook every day, running ads to your business if you have one. Shopify just recently passed eBay in spending or overall sales revenue. And as you can see right here, that was the first competitor that I listed. So Shopify is already moving up in the ranks. They reported a record in Black Friday sales this year. And they have some marketing partnerships to take note on: TikTok, Walmart, Pinterest, and Stripe. Okay, so moving on, the next stock we have here is Amazon. You guys are probably all familiar with ticker symbol AMZN, and the overall products and services offered by Amazon are their e-commerce platform, the store that you go on and you buy things with, and they actually have a lot of their own products like the Alexa and everything else offered by Amazon. They have Prime memberships, grocery. They actually just moved into pharmacy as well. And these are some of the key products and services that I wanted to feature, but it's definitely not all of them. The competition is Netflix and Hulu because Amazon actually offers the Prime streaming service. So they're competing with some of the other streamers in the space: Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, all of them. You have Google Home competing with Alexa, and I know Microsoft actually offers one of those as well. And then you have some of the other e-commerce competitors like Alibaba, for sourcing your products. You have Shopify, which is just other retailers competing with Amazon. And then you have Walmart, which is, I believe, second in the e-commerce space. So the overall outlook for Amazon. Amazon controls 45% of the e-commerce market share, and it's expected to cross 50% this year. They recently launched Amazon Pharmacy, and it offers significant discounts on drugs and medication for Prime members. So just like other big tech companies, Amazon has a tremendous amount of ad revenue coming in and is continuing to grow every single year. So if you look right here, they have growing ad revenue, 26 billion in 2020. I accidentally wrote 2021, up 37% from the previous year. They're a leader in the cloud space due to people remote working and just going online. And then their Q3 earnings jumped 37%, again, 37% to 96.1 billion with continued growth expected. These are some of the key points that led me to add Amazon to my long-term portfolio. Okay, so moving on, we have Square. This isn't exactly an e-commerce company, but it's something you guys are all familiar with most likely, and that's ticker symbol SQ. So the products and services offered by Square are point of sale, once again, just like Shopify. So that's just collecting those orders in real life if you run a brick and mortar store. It's just a little plugin. You guys have probably seen them before. You plug them into your phone and you can swipe cards that way and take orders. They have Cash App. You guys are probably familiar with that as well. Square Cash, they're offering transfers and loans and all of that. Square Credit Card, and they're also currently testing short-term borrowing with different businesses, and we'll see more of that in the future as well. The competition is Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, and actually Shopify. Now they do have a negative short-term outlook due to business closures caused by COVID, but this is just short term and you guys should overlook this as they're also expanding in the e-commerce industry. But this is just something you want to be aware of because as the brick and mortar stores close down, they're not going to be able to use the point of sale offered by Square. Now the overall outlook on Square, they're listed in the top 10 fintech companies, financial tech. They recently purchased 50 million in Bitcoin in early October. Square plans to buy Credit Karma's tax service for $50 million cash in the near future. And then their recent focus on software products such as invoicing, payroll, and marketing. And they actually plan to integrate all of their payment tools into the e-commerce space, which is why it's listed on here. Now, Square also recently sold the company Caviar to DoorDash, and that's just another food delivery service. And then their net revenue jumped 140% to $3.03 billion just due to Cash App users trading Bitcoin on their trading service. So that's my overall outlook on Square. I just added all three of these companies to my portfolio as of today. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I always recommend going out and doing your own research before investing any of your hard-earned money into any of these stocks. If you got anything out of this video, go ahead and drop a like to help me out and subscribe as there's plenty more to follow. I have 2 ecom resources linked in the description below. You're welcome to check out either one of those. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.